Meghan Markle is launching a new podcast all about successful businesswomen, 2 years after her first podcasting deal with Spotify fell apart, and right as her own business ventures keep making headlines for their failure to launch. Take a look. It's called Confessions of a Female Founder, out April 8th. And here's the official show art Meghan shared on Instagram. And check out the name at the bottom. It's just Meghan, not Meghan Sussex, despite the Duchess insisting on that name in her new Netflix show.
It's so funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now.
Call her what you will, you wouldn't exactly call her first podcast a success. Archetypes ran for just 12 episodes before being abruptly canceled. The New York Post reports that Meghan and Prince Harry's massive $20 million deal with Spotify ultimately fizzled out because the couple simply didn't produce enough content to justify the massive payout.
I'm just excited to be myself and talk and be unfiltered.
And that's not all. The Vanity Fair cover story for February, American Hustle, reported that the convoluted pitch for archetypes, Meghan interviewing women who supposedly embody certain stereotypes, then debunking that notion, wasn't even Meghan's idea.
It's really about dissecting and unboxing these labels.
That same report also featured inside sources claiming that Meghan acted like a mean girls teenager to her staff, and one employee even allegedly had to enter long-term therapy after working with her. But it's not just anonymous sources making these damning claims. After the deal crumbled, Spotify executive Bill Simmons called Meghan and Harry out on his own podcast.
Grifters. That's the podcast we should have launched with them.
Meghan's new show will be all about amazing women with massively successful businesses, according to her announcement. And yes, royal watchers have spotted the irony.
She could do with a few tips herself.
Meghan's current lifestyle brand, As Ever, has yet to put a single product up for sale as of the making of this video, despite her Netflix show largely serving as an infomercial for those products, like those infamous edible flour sprinkles.
Do they add flavor or is it decorative?
It's just an accessory.
As Ever is also the second brand name Meghan has cooked up, after having to axe American Riviera Orchard following trademark disputes. Meghan gave away 50 jars of jam to her famous friends, but the rest of us will have to wait, as the As Ever website isn't selling anything yet, though you can save your seat at the table by signing up to receive emails from the brand. Meghan isn't exactly known as a successful entrepreneur herself, which makes her pivot to business podcasting guru a little shameless, as the Daily Beast points out. It's also confusing, considering her last reinvention came just weeks ago, as she presented herself as a Montecito-based Martha Stewart with the debut of With Love, Meghan. Critics didn't buy the Duchess as a picture-perfect hostess. Royal author Tina Brown called the series unbelievably inauthentic, and UK outlets were especially harsh, with The Independent calling it queasy and exhausting, and The Telegraph labeling it an exercise in narcissism.
Thank you for loving me so much and celebrating with me.
In her latest announcement, Meghan says her work so far on Confessions of a Female Founder has been eye-opening and inspiring, so perhaps she'll spill some tea on why her own brand's journey has been such a disaster. At the very least, royal watchers are eager for some clues about what Meghan's brand is really all about, because, as ever, her public persona remains elusive.